Hi, it's Richard Jacobs, Speakeasy Marketing. Welcome back for episode 2 of the 5-part series on how to Google-proof your website. Keep it safe from Google's next temper tantrum that could take all your business away online. In this episode, we're going to talk about the importance of interesting, compelling content, meaning interesting stuff to read on your site that educates, entertains, informs, and gets people to call you or email you and set up that initial consultation you want so badly. This is really important because for the most part all I see out there is the same things being said by attorney after attorney after attorney. If you say the same things as everyone else and I'm looking for a bankruptcy attorney and I have no way to differentiate you from the 5 other guys, I'll either rely on luck or on price, and you don't want to be chosen that way because those are 2 very bad things for your practice. You want to race to the bottom and go lowest price, you're going to starve to death, and you know that. You want to just hope someone picks you, bad plan too. Why would you want to do that? So you want to have interesting stuff on your site that gets people to know, this person really knows what my particular issue is, and they're knowledgeable about it, and they've taken the effort to put this in front of me and educate me. I'm going to call them. All right? So let's go over content. You know already from episode 1 you need to have a lot of it about a lot of different issues within your practice areas. Here is how to make it more interesting. One way that I do content instead of blogging is to do interview style content where I'll ask attorneys like you the most common questions you get asked by potential clients. I'll give you for instance. Let's talk about bankruptcy. What are the reasons people take so long before filing bankruptcy? Why do they hold on to it for so long and not make this decision that will really free them up and leap them ahead financially? And I've had attorneys say, well, people are afraid. People think they'll be banned in their community. People think bad things will happen in the bankruptcy. They'll lose their house. They'll lose this. They'll lose that. And during this question and answer, they'll answer, well, you won't lose your house because you have a homestead exemption. And you may not lose your car because you have a car exemption, and this and that and the other, and creditors will stop calling you. And by having this Q&A content on your site, people can read that and they can connect with you. That's far better than you need to hire an experienced attorney to settle your bankruptcy. Here's the penalties. Here's the fees. That's all just cut and dry, boring, not interesting type stuff. You need to have compelling, interesting content, and everywhere here's what you got to remember. Let's back up to video 1 with the tree root example. Remember, your website looks like a whole bunch of roots, root hairs on a tree, and what you don't realize is not everyone comes to your website through the home page. In fact, 95% of people that come to your website will come in through one of these little root hairs. Let me give you another example. Have you ever been to Home Depot? Of course you have. You can enter through the front entrance near the registers. You can enter through the garden entrance. You can enter through the tool entrance. You can go through the back entrance for lumber. Well, that's how people enter your website. They're not coming in on the home page. They're coming in on the topic that they Googled. So let's say you're a theft crimes lawyer and someone Googles, I shoplifted and it's my 2nd time, will I go to jail? Well, they're not going to land on your home page if you've done your website right. They're going to land on a shoplifting page that talks about multiple shoplifting offenses. So when they land on a page, when someone Googles something and they see your ad in Google and they click on it and they land on your site, the first thing on their mind is, am I in the right place? Because in my mind, I Googled something very particular. And the second I land on your site, I want to know, okay, I Googled this. Is there something on the site that tells me I'm in the right place? If there is, great. Now you got them. And now they'll give you 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes of their time, and they'll read what you have on the page. Or they'll look around. And then guess what? If they like what you have to say, you got a shot at them calling you with the phone number listed at the top, which hopefully is listed on every page of your site, or filling in the contact form, or contacting you in some way. And again, if you don't have compelling content, if they come to the site and every page looks the same, if every page has dry, boring, garbage, gobbledygook, guess what? They just click the back button, or they touch the back button on the iPad or on their phone or whatever, and goodbye, they're gone, and you lost them. So what was the point of having a website and expending all this effort to get someone to come to it if you're just going to bore them to death and not make them a welcome visitor and not show them, yes, what you were looking for, I have, and I've got it right here. So that's why compelling content is so critical, because you got to realize, first you got to get the search in the first place, and then when you get them to your site, you got to keep them there. You got to, educate them. You got to make them feel like you know what you're doing, and there's a reason to call you. And it's not like, well, this site is boring, and I'm just going to go to another one. I don't have a good feeling about it. So keep all these things in mind when you're crafting your content, and you want to look at your website as a Home Depot or as a root system. People are coming in from every which angle, and when they come into a particular page on your site, make sure it's good. Okay, part 3 of the series is coming. We're going to talk about links and why that's important to get you to show up in Google a lot more than you currently are showing up. So that'll be the next part in the series. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care.